The Lincoln Tigers practice at least 5 times a week during the preseason as they try to capture their second city title and expand their education as a team. The San Fernando Valley and its surrounding areas aren't too popular for wrestling, but Coach Ramirez says he'll continue to push the sport in the community. From North Hills, I'm Ricardo Sandoval for Valley View News.
The Lincoln High School basketball program is dedicated to helping its student athletes beyond the court. Fedna Pierre-Louis seeks to create an environment that emphasizes education, so he makes sure they tutor and learn together.
Learn to support one another and just builds teams.
Lincoln's junior varsity head coach Thomas Irwin is a big supporter of the school's academic culture. He says it's important to honor student athletes who get good grades. He loves how the students set high standards for themselves.
By tutoring as a team, it reinforces the message that we are all in this together, right? Guys who are doing well can set a good example for guys who maybe are struggling. Guys who are struggling can go ask help of guys who are doing well.
The love and togetherness that Lincoln's basketball program has is like no other. These student athletes care for one another and their coaches. The effect these coaches have on their kids beyond basketball is phenomenal. It is a brotherhood.
My coaches are always looking out for me. Like if I ever needed something, I know they'll be there for me. Or if I'm struggling or something, they'll keep me in check.
McGowan and the Lincoln Tigers practice at least 5 times a week during the preseason as they try to capture their second city title and expand their education as a team. Now back to you.
Move your shoulders too.
Wrestling is a natural sport. Coach Jean-Antoine Ramirez teaches that to his Monroe High School team. He teaches the same thing in his after-school program. Ramirez says wrestling techniques can be used in many other sports as well.
When you come to wrestling, the same skills that a lineman uses, that a quarterback footwork, that a lineman with the pummeling and the hand movements, with the tackling and everything like that, you get in wrestling.
Coach Ramirez has coached for 6 years at Monroe High School. The city of Los Angeles has only 32 schools with a wrestling team. Because of that, he has a youth class, which he hopes to grow.
I don't care. I teach everybody. It's about growing my sport. Yeah, I would love to benefit and have them come here and compete for James Monroe, but the long run is that, whatever helps that kid be successful.
The influence he has on his former wrestlers is strong. Hernan Herrera graduated in 2010. He now coaches the boys wrestling team. Herrera believes that wrestling is by far the hardest sport to do, mentally, physically, and spiritually.
With kids coming into this sport, it teaches them a lot about themselves. It teaches them how to deal with frustration. It teaches them how to overcome obstacles. So this sport, unlike any other sport, pushes you to those limits.
The San Fernando Valley and its surrounding areas aren't too popular for wrestling, but Coach Ramirez says he'll continue to push the sport in the community. From North Hills, I'm Ricardo Sandoval for Valley View News. A Winnetka car crash left 2 teenage brothers dead, and a driver was arrested on murder charges last Sunday. The NCAA will allow college athletes to pocket money off their name and likeness. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill that allows college athletes in California to make money off endorsements. A new study says 25% of young adults and a fifth of adolescents in the U.S. are pre-diabetic. President Trump was booed during his appearance at Game 5 of the World Series Sunday night. It was a sold-out game between the Washington Nationals and Houston Astros.